homeless children in Marion County have a great Christmas.
And you can help.
Yes, WOCA at the Paddock Mall is a drop-off site. Bring new or gently used dolls, skateboards, jewelry sets,
Footballs, basketballs, musical instruments,
and anything else a child would like.
Share your blessings.
Children will be able to choose a gift for another child.
And Florida Kids Helping Kids will wrap the gift.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us here at WOCA The Source.
WOCA is teaming up with Florida Kids Helping Kids to bring a little Christmas joy to the many homeless children in Marion County. WOCA is proud to offer our location as a drop-off point for your new and usable toys at the WOCA studios here in the Paddock Mall. Mornings, Monday through Friday till December 16th, when Florida Kids Helping Kids will come by to pick up the toys to give to the children. Florida Kids Helping Kids and WOCA, making Christmas a little brighter.
Merry Christmas!
Holiday cheer has arrived at Paddock Mall. This holiday season, shop Paddock Mall for all your favorite stores. Francesca's, White Barn, AE Outfitters, Victoria's Secret, K Jewelers, and more. Check out our new stores, Artsy Abode and Jimmy Jazz, as well as our seasonal favorites like Hickory Farms and Calendar Club. Stop by to see Santa in Center Court and capture a keepsake memory for your family with a variety of family-friendly events, entertainment, and opportunities to give back. Paddock Mall is your holiday headquarters. For all the season's details, visit paddockmall.com.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Not a bad-looking Wednesday. You know, the temperatures for the rest of the year, anyway, look pretty good.
Yeah.
I was looking, the Weather Channel goes as far as the 28th, and it looks like we've got Florida weather. So if you are listening up north someplace and come on down. I mean, up north, you don't even have to go far. It gets cold as soon as you get across the state line. Into Georgia, it starts to get cold already. So I don't know. We just somehow luck out all the time. Maybe it's that Gulf of Mexico thing.
I think so.
Jamie Schonbaum is on the phone with Dr. Leonard Friedland. Jamie is a United States Paralympian and also the survivor of meningitis. We're going to learn about that a little bit. Dr. Friedland is a pediatrician and the vice president and director of scientific affairs and public health of Vaccines North America at GlaxoSmithKline. They're speaking about, and let me try it again, meningococcal disease. Am I saying it right? And the importance of speaking with your doctor about vaccinations, especially for college students, for meningococcal disease. And if I said that wrong, I'm going to be corrected right now. Hopefully I remember. Good morning, Jamie, and good morning, Dr. Friedland.
Yes, good morning.
Where are you? Were you both calling from the same place, or are you in two different locations?
We're together.
Okay.
And we're in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love.
Oh, is it snowing there? What is it? What's the temperature there today?
40, 45. Pretty good. Love it.
Nice.
Oh, you like it like that, huh? So, Jamie, what was your event in the Olympics?
Yeah, so I was a cyclist. Before I knew it, after I got sick with meningitis back in 2008, I got on my prosthetics for the first time because I lost my limbs and my fingers. So I walked for the first time in 2009, got on my bike a year after that, and then the year after that, I was internationally acclaimed as a cyclist on the U.S. Paralympic cycling team. So it's pretty amazing.
Wow.
Around that.
One day, if we could ever have you back on to talk about what went on inside of your psyche in order to make that happen, that would be awesome. I know today we want to talk about the physical part of this, but that's outstanding that you were able to do that.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
So you had meningitis. How maybe the doctor can answer this. What is the connection between meningitis and meningococcal disease? What is the connection there?
Meningococcal disease is the broad term. It's caused by a bacteria, and it can cause meningitis, which is swelling and inflammation of the brain and the spinal cord. And this bacteria can also cause overwhelming blood infection as well, which can shut down your organs and have side effects such as needing amputations. And again, it's caused by a bacteria that can come on very fast. There are actually 5 different types of this meningococcal bacteria that causes disease. And the important thing is that there are actually 2 vaccines now that can help protect against all 5 of these types that can cause illness.
Okay. And were they around, when Jamie was, it seems like this is new. Or am I right about that?
So the first of these 2 vaccines has been around since the mid-2000s, About 70% of all teenagers and young adults have been receiving at least the first of what's 2 doses of that vaccine. However, that vaccine, the first one, is recommended to have a second dose, and only about 30% of our adolescents are getting that second dose. So there's still room, important, to get more people vaccinated against that first vaccine type, which we call ACWY. The other type, which is called meningococcal type B, which is the type of group of this bacteria that's been causing outbreaks on college campuses, that vaccine's been available now since the end of 2014.
Oh, my gosh.
And less than 10% of our adolescents and younger adults have been getting that vaccine. And so to protect against all 5 of the types, we need to use 2 different vaccines. And one website, in case we run out of time, is meningitis.com, where your listeners can take 5 minutes and learn about these 5 types of this meningococcal bacteria that's prevented by 2 different vaccines, because this disease can be very serious. Upwards of 1 in 10 people can die from this infection, often within the first day of getting sick. And of those who are lucky enough to survive, like Jamie, 1 in 5 can end up with lifelong complications. So this is something that's preventable through vaccination, and it's important to take the time to learn about it.
Why is there such an outbreak targeting the college-age kids?
So college-age students, and Jamie can tell you her story. She was a college-age student at the time. Mm-hmm. The risk factor there is the social conditions that have the bacteria spread from person to person. So it's crowding situations, sharing, let's just say, secretions and saliva through kissing and sharing cups and drinks, and just being around each other and coughing and sneezing. These crowded conditions are what spreads this bacteria from person to person. And occasionally, when it spreads, it can get into the bloodstream and then can cause these serious problems. So it's related to the social conditions of our adolescents and young adults.
So, Jamie, was there an outbreak on your campus of other people who also got meningitis?
No, there wasn't, luckily. I was the only one during that semester. I remember being in the hospital because I was in there for 7 months, and I dealt with all these symptoms of, I watched my limbs go from red rash to purple to black.
Oh, my God.
I was rotting and alive at the same time. It was very bizarre, and at the same time, I'm 20 years old. I should not be experiencing this. Yeah. We live a life like that we are invincible, and let me just say, to truly be invincible, I would highly suggest talking to your doctor during this winter break when all the students are home, especially the parents that are listening. Definitely get your child and your student in to make sure that they're protected.
Well, that is the important message here. Yeah, I mean, you're an inspiration for everybody who's ever gone through any adversity. But the specific message, I mean, obviously we're trying to streamline this interview because it's so short and get the real important part of this out. But I mean, there's so much about your story that gives so much to the rest of us, regardless of what we're going through.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I mean, everyone has bad days. I just got to experience a little bit more, but I really was able to come out of it. But what's more important is that, I learned that it could have been prevented, what I went through.
Oh, my God.
So I just want to go through what I did and make sure that they get proactive and talk to their doctor.
And
Dr. Friedland, if I may add, although we were speaking about college outbreaks of this disease on college campuses, and Jamie was a college student, it's important to point out that this disease can strike anybody who's of the age of being an adolescent or a young adult, because regardless of college or not, people are still in these situations at clubs and bars, etc. Mm-hmm. And so it's really important that we take the time, particularly as we end at the end of the year, families get together, have parents sit down, think with their children, have they been fully vaccinated against meningococcal disease?
Right.
They probably got those vaccines. They probably haven't gotten the second one, the one for B as in boy. Go speak to your doctor. Go to this website, meningitis.com, and learn more.
That is really the important message here. Now, the one thing I just want to make sure I'm not misunderstanding, you're not saying it could be the entire population, but it seems to me a disease is a disease. Am I wrong about that? Like somebody, let's say I go to a party for the holidays. I'm 61 years old. I could catch something, couldn't I?
That's a really good point. So, in principle, everybody's at risk for this bacteria, but there are certain groups that are at higher risk. Mm-hmm. It turns out the adolescents and young adults tend to have more of this bacteria living in their nose and their throat, which is where this bacteria lives. And so there's something about that age group that allows this bacteria to sort of be there more often in that particular part of our population. There are other groups as well. The very young infants are also at risk. But there's something about the adolescents and young adults that with this particular bacteria, they are at higher risk than other parts of our adult population, let's say.
So can the person go to their general physician and request the vaccine? And will the doctor give it to them willingly?
They better.
Yes, absolutely. So both of these vaccines, the one for ACWY and now the more recent one for B, they are recommended by the Centers for Disease Control. People should have discussions with their doctor and understand, have they been vaccinated? What are the options? And they're also covered by insurance through the Affordable Care Act. Both of these vaccines are available at no cost to patients.
Oh, wow. That's great. So okay. And real quickly, I didn't quite understand this. In the information that was provided to us, it says that there was a Senate bill actually named after Jamie, right? The Jamie Schonbaum Act, right? And it requires the vaccination of college students. Is it the Part B or whatever that's not required? Is that the big message here?
At the time, so the law was passed in 2011. So the meningitis B vaccine was actually not available. So we're definitely how important it is to also get that.
Okay.
So make sure you get on board with that.
Right, and also Jamie's bill, which is a wonderful, important public health message. That's strictly for the state of Texas.
Correct.
And so
okay.
Around the country, people need to educate themselves, speak to their doctors or their college health centers, for example, and become educated. So meningitis.com, that website, meningitis.com, takes just less than 5 minutes to go through that, learn more, and then have that discussion with the doctor and make sure that you're fully up to date with these two different vaccines for meningitis because these illnesses are vaccine preventable. And we want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to be protected.
What an important message. Thank you for doing what you're doing and for being on our show to help us help you. Jamie Schonbaum, come back one day. We'd love to talk to you about you and what you've gone through and how you got through everything. And Dr. Leonard Friedland, thank you for what you're doing. This is outstanding. You'll never know how many people you are preventing from going through what Jamie went through just by doing these little interviews.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I hope you do have the opportunity to meet Jamie. She's a real hero.
She certainly is. I already picked up on that. And look at that smiling face. I went to the website. I went to some website. I found your picture there. It looks like you're holding a gold medal. Thank you both. All right, we will take a little break. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Areas of fog for a while Wednesday morning, then some sunshine the rest of the day and warm, high 78 to 82. Partly to mostly cloudy wind tonight, low 58 to 63. Thursday, clouds and some intervals of sun. There can be a shower near the coast. A cooler day with a high of 70 to 75. Friday, partly sunny. Chance of a shower at the coast. The high 72 to 77. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Next Generation MD is the future of healthcare now. Listen in the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to learn how the future in PRP treatments are here in our area. Find out the many ways that Dr. Juan Jordan, MD, Charles Brooks, NP, and case manager Mark Shaw have brought the family medicine practice to a new level. Hear from the very people that benefit from the fine work they have done in this field. Next Generation MD every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
All right, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Nice looking Wednesday morning. And so let's talk about some of these things in the news. All right, the first one I wanted to talk about is the corner of on Pine Avenue. And let's see, in Silver Springs Boulevard, the southeast corner has always been an ugly corner.
Yes.
It's just been an ugly corner. It's owned by, I believe, Mr. Dinkins, and we love Mr. Dinkins. But that corner has always been an ugly corner.
It has.
All right, so there's an Ocala Board of Adjustment that is set to meet next week, and I got this information from the Star Banner, and they are going to consider a request to change the zoning for that corner so that a racetrack gas station / convenience store could be built there. All right, that's it. That's the whole story. The big question is, do you want it there, or do you think it would be ugly there? I think the opinion of many people is, well, it's been pretty ugly for a pretty long time.
A lot of decades.
So anything would be an improvement. We've done such a good job in this city. We were talking about this yesterday, Robin and Joe and I, how the folks who run the city have really done an outstanding job making the city really much more beautiful in the downtown area. I can remember, and Robin remembers even better than I, that the downtown area in the early 70s and probably throughout the whole 70s was really not the most, the prettiest place to go.
No.
Now it's beautiful all the time. The area we call the Historic District, Fort King. I mean, those houses were falling apart, and one by one, people bought them and fixed them up, and now they're beautiful. And then we created a historic district to kind of preserve that whole beauty thing.
Yeah.
And it really, 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 really is. It hasn't extended everywhere. It hasn't extended completely north of the boulevard, although I know they're working on that. And it hasn't extended completely west of the downtown area either. And
No.
I'm not stopping at Pine Avenue. Go west of Pine Avenue. You still have some areas there that need to be addressed also.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's the city's responsibility. I'm not saying it's the taxpayers' responsibility. But if our elected officials are going to be in charge of making decisions about what can go where, which is what we want as voters, we want somebody to say, no, we don't want a strip club there, that kind of a thing. But what do you want there? If you put another restaurant there, is that what you want? You wouldn't want another parking garage. We have a beautiful parking garage, and I think that satisfies the need that we've had for a long time. So that's not necessary, although that was a good possible location for one.
Yeah, I thought that would be ideal for the parking garage.
But it's not there. So what would you want there? And if you don't want a racetrack convenience store gas station, the racetrack folks put up some pretty nice looking facilities.
They do. They're beautiful.
They're usually well lit. The stores are usually really nice. And so I don't really have a problem with it. That's my opinion. My opinion is it seems to me like it seems better than what's been there. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if you don't want it, and I'm not going to carry on with this if nobody wants to comment on this, but if you do, the phone line is open, the 622-9622. What are your thoughts on what goes now? The editorial in the Star Banner was clearly against having the racetrack people put up a gas station / convenience store there. They were against that. I don't know if Brad Rogers wrote it or not. There was no byline on it, but it's an editorial in the Star Banner, so you would assume it was Brad.
And they're open 24 hours. They're very clean, and we don't have a centralized place to get gas for a lot of blocks. So I think that would be very, very ideal. People coming from the interstate going down 40, they'll see that gas station right away, and they'll pull in and gas up and get their goodies and stuff. And I think it's a very good idea. They have sandwiches, they have everything.
Plus, consider this, that if you open up a building that is a restaurant or something and it thrives, then that'll be paying taxes, which is great. A gas station will also pay taxes, and typically they don't disappear.
No.
I mean, we have a few gas stations on the boulevard that have just never reopened.
Exactly.
That one next to the old Piccadilly across from the Cascades.
Yep.
What happened to that one? That one just disappeared.
Yeah.
It closed down and never reopened.
Exactly. It's an eyesore.
All right. What are your thoughts? Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. We need more business to employ people that are out of work, and generally the racetrack stations are well built and well intended and maintained. So I think it'd be a good fit.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. All right, Jim, appreciate the call.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
And they're open 24 hours, so that's another plus because, people work, different shifts and everything, and it would be nice to have something to go to when you're getting off work or going to work just to, get a sandwich or gas up or something.
Good morning. What do you think?
Yes, good morning. What's wrong with having a nice grocery store down in that area? Everybody that lives in that area, there's nothing really in walking distance.
Nothing's wrong. Are you saying the convenience store would be like a grocery store?
No, I'm just saying there should be a grocery store.
An actual grocery store. Okay. All right. So,
where's the closest one in walking distance in the downtown area?
Okay.
There ain't any.
Yeah, I know, but you're bringing something else to the conversation. The question that they will be answering at the Board of Adjustment meeting is whether or not to allow the racetrack people to build there, because that's what they're facing. They're not facing somebody wanting to build a grocery store.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think there's enough gas stations all over the place. I'm kind of against that.
So you're against it. Okay. That's what I'm asking. And do you have any specific reason why you don't want a gas station there?
Because they're ugly looking.
Okay. All right, they're ugly looking. The racetrack gas stations that I know, thank you for the call. The phone number, if you want to call in, is 622-9622. The racetrack stations that I go to are usually well lit. They are kind of like mini grocery stores. They're convenience stores, so they're a little bit higher priced if you get a loaf of bread, and I wouldn't recommend shopping in them. But they usually have a nice selection of sodas, and these aren't normal gas stations. These are usually well lit, well run. And I don't know what the plans are, but the question is now, the suggestion to put a grocery store there, that's something else. But the person who buys keep in mind, this is private enterprise.
Yes.
So Mr. Dinkins is selling the land to another party. I don't know who. I'm sure it's in the article somewhere. And that person wants to put up a racetrack gas station. So they are either our the Board of Adjustment is what they call themselves. They are going to decide. That's it.
Right.
They're not going to be asking the question, do you want to put a grocery store there? They're going to be answering the question, do we or do we not allow a racetrack gas station?
Right.
That's what they're facing, and that's what I wanted to know your opinion on. Do you think that corner, can you picture it in your mind? You know where it is. The corner of Pine and Silver Springs Boulevard, and that would be the southeast corner, right? It's right next to where they're building there's two new buildings just south of them, and the next block over, right?
Right.
It's one block over?
Right.
And those are the one on the south corner of that next block is going to be the new Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to be on the north corner there.
And just to address the grocery store real quick, there was a Winn-Dixie grocery store in the Pine Street Shopping Center, which is in walking distance, but it had to close down because nobody was going there to get their groceries.
Okay, but the
Just to
topic
address
at
that
hand is whether or not, if you were on the Board of Adjustment, you're not asking each other, should we vote for or against a grocery store? You're talking about a racetrack. Good morning. What do you think?
I am totally confused with this whole issue.
Okay.
Their big push for years has been to expand past the square.
Right.
It's all about the square. All about the square when majority of people in Ocala can't even afford to eat at the restaurant, okay?
Right.
Now you're going to dump a gas station on the corner?
That's the question. Do you want it or not?
No.
You do not. Okay. That's what we're asking.
Okay.
And you don't want it because...
If you truly want to expand the square and make it for everybody, your first thing you're offering just outside of the square is a gas station. No, I'm sorry. Anything else but a gas station.
Anything else but a gas station?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The person who's buying the land wants to put a gas station there, so you would tell him you're not allowed to do that.
Yes, sir, I would.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what we're asking.
Okay.
That's what we're asking. If we had more time, I would love to hear from everybody. We do have enough time for probably one more call. If you want to express your thoughts on this. Good morning. What do you think?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Yeah, I think we have plenty of gas stations here in Ocala. I don't think there's a shortage of gas stations. And I think that there's a lot of other items or other businesses that could be put there, and a much nicer building rather than just another gas station. And I think that corner is already congested enough as it is without having that type of business. I just don't think it's a great idea.
Okay.
And I think they should shoot it down.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Now, based on just what we just heard right now, you and I are outnumbered.
Yes, we are.
I saw no reason to not have it.
Yes.
We had more listeners who don't want it. And that's the way our system works. We have to live with what the majority wants. So good. So that's
Excellent.
if we were the Board of Adjustment, we just did a kind of a mini version of the Board of Adjustment, then that would be the decision. We'll take a break and be right back.
Passing from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. President-elect Donald Trump holding a thank you rally in Wisconsin last night where he praised his pick for Secretary of State, saying ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson
has the insights and talents necessary to help reverse years of foreign policy blunders and disasters.
Some lawmakers have said they're concerned about Tillerson's ties to Russia.
Foreign Relations Committee member Marco Rubio warns the next Secretary of State must be free of potential conflicts of interest. And Armed Services Committee Chairman John McCain told Fox News Tillerson's reported friendship with President Vladimir Putin must be examined.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern, the heads of some of the biggest tech companies in the U.S., meeting with the president-elect at Trump Tower today. And actor and TV host Alan Thicke, best known for his role on Growing Pains, dead of a heart attack at 69. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I'm in almost every school bus and classroom. I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm one out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. This problem is closer than you think. My teacher tells me we could grow up to be whatever we want. I want to grow up to be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. There's enough food in this country to feed everybody. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. It's time to get that new look started. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon, 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. And whether you're going on a job interview or out on a date, your hands do a lot of talking. Manicures are a must. Hello Gorgeous is a full-service salon, so let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
All right, 62 degrees here at the studios of the Source, WOCA, and looks like temperatures are going to climb to around 80 today and all the way through the 28th, which is as far as the Weather Channel gives me. We have nice temperatures every single day.
Really
wow,
nice.
Yeah, no, you're not going to have a white Christmas here, that's for sure. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good. So just to piggyback on the last conversation, I wanted you to put your 2 cents in. You do not think a racetrack gas station on that corner would be smart?
No, and two reasons why. One is, and Mike nailed it, the congestion that it would cause would be pretty tremendous with cars coming in and out, and that's already a pretty highly congested set corner. The other thing is just aesthetically, it doesn't go with, Ocala doesn't have a lot of personality when you know, that separates us from anyone else, but what does is that downtown square. And I think putting something like a racetrack, as you said, is well lit, and it's got a good solid branding elements that they put in there. I just think it would kind of take away from that.
Okay.
And
right.
That's just move it 2 blocks one way or the other, but don't put it there. I mean, we're already getting the Starbucks down there, and those buildings look beautiful. So, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So, and my position always in doing this show is not really to try to persuade anybody to think anyway. I'll express my opinion, but I'm not trying to persuade anybody to go along with me. I'm just telling you my opinion. If I was on that board of adjustment, I would say, yeah, why not? It seems like a tax-paying entity.
Exactly.
But it sounds like more of you would be opposed to that, and I have to live with that. As the vote that gets the least, if Robin and I were the minority, we have to live with what the majority wants.
Exactly, and support it.
And so that would mean that the next step would be, since it's already a blighted-looking acre, it's 1 point something acres, right?
Yeah, it's horrible looking.
Yeah. You have to say, okay, well then what will we allow there? And how do we attract somebody to build it? Because we're not going to build it. The city's not going to build it. It has to be a private enterprise.
That's right.
So we have.
No, you're right. And again, it's just the flow of traffic there would just be horrible. And that's all. And no, you're absolutely right. I would love for somebody to come in there and develop it. Maybe put some small shops in there. I don't know. But I just don't want a racetrack there.
Would you want a tall building where the upper floors were residences and the lower floors were businesses, typical of pretty much every city in the world?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I would. I mean, I know they're doing a lot of that, for example, in Gainesville, where they're doing residential, and they even did that in Ocala, down by the other side of the square. So, yeah, I would like that. Sure, because there would be ample parking. And the thing about a racetrack or any gas station is it's just constantly in and out. And again, you go through there between, as I do almost every day, around between 4 and 6. and that whole corner is just packed.
Yeah, no, there's no debating that. I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it's just an interesting thing. The Board of Adjustment is the ones ultimately who have to do it. And what I like to do is I like to say, put yourself in the shoe of whether it's a congressman, a city councilman, it doesn't matter. What would your vote be? And in this particular case, that's what they're voting for. They're not voting for a grocery store. They're not voting for an apartment complex.
Right.
They're voting for or against a racetrack. Period. That's it.
Yep.
So, all right. Settled that.
There you go.
We worked on that one.
Good job, Larry.
Exactly.
I do have a fun topic, and we only have a short time with Galen this morning because we have an 8:20 guest. So how is the blood supply, and then I'll do a fun topic.
We're still where we've been, which is less than 2 days. We really are getting pretty desperate here. The whole country is short of O neg, and so we really need O negative blood, and so we need the whole community to just come out and donate blood over the next 2 weeks, so we can just get through the holiday season. So just get the wife, donate blood.
It's an important announcement, and earlier we had a conversation with a Paralympian young lady who lost both her legs and her fingers. It looks like she's got thumbs, but oh my gosh, 20-something years old. Meningitis vaccine was the message. But that important message like that is why I love doing this show. And that important message Galen just gave, that we need to donate blood, otherwise there's no blood supply. I'm convinced the fact that Galen does that every day is why we're able to maintain a blood supply. And I believe a lot of people who listen to this donate blood to One Blood as well. I don't think that I think people hear Galen and it serves the whole community.
It does.
And so
I hope so.
So we have to thank Palm Garden of Ocala and Pan Flooring. This message couldn't happen if it weren't for those great sponsors.
No.
So go to Pan Flooring and get some beautiful flooring put in your home or your office. They will show you what they have and how to take care of it. 1201 Southwest 17th Street by the McKay Williams Bridge. And then Palm Garden of Ocala Health and Rehabilitation Center. They've got 21st century therapy care right there, plus long-term skilled nursing care, respite care, short-term rehab care. Go to their location, 2700 Southwest 34th Street. Take a tour. You'll see why we love them.
They're beautiful.
And brag about them.
Yes.
All right. The fun topic is the new words in the Oxford Dictionary for 2016. And I got a few from Merriam-Webster's dictionary if we get to them. All right? Are you ready for this one?
Do it.
Gender fluid.
Oh, gee.
Okay, there you go.
It's somebody who is not clearly wholly male or wholly female. WHOL. Okay. We used to call that androgynous. Now it's called gender fluid. Okay.
Gender fluid.
Right. Well, androgynous, you could have both. But now, with the fluid, it just means, sometimes I wake up feeling like a woman. I feel like a man.
I feel like a woman.
So it's not it's how you feel.
Yeah.
What do you feel like today?
I know.
I don't know what it feels like to be a woman.
Yeah.
I personally don't. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know.
But have you ever felt like a woman?
I have. I have felt a woman, but I've not felt
there you
like
go.
one.
All right. Another word in the dictionary, and I'm not making this up. These are actually the Oxford words.
I know it's very insensitive of me. I apologize.
You are very insensitive.
You're wonderful.
Collectivism. Collectivism is like activism.
That was already in that. That's not been in the dictionary before. Okay.
According to this, Oxford New Words for
I
2000.
believe you. I hear it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I guess and I know. I thought the same thing with YOLO. You only live once. That's in the dictionary for the first time.
Wow.
YOLO.
YOLO. Moobs. Moobs. MOOBS.
Okay.
It's man boobs. This is called moobs.
Oh, moobs. Boy, check out his moobs.
Here's one for the sports world. Bracketology. The activity of
Been around for a long time.
Okay, but it's not been in the dictionary apparently.
No, I get you.
The activity of predicting the participating teams in a tournament, especially NCAA.
That's right. Bracketology.
Yeah. All right. The next one I don't like. It's the word America. It's America without the A with an apostrophe.
America.
Oh, I don't like that.
America.
Take it out of there.
Yeah.
It's America.
It's more of a joke than it is anything else.
But it's in the dictionary.
To be honest. I mean, when people say it, they're making fun of people. America.
America.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah. No.
But I think the dictionary puts it in the dictionary so that if somebody's reading a book or a newspaper, they say, "What is that word?" They look it up and they say, "Oh, it's short for America."
Yeah. I mean, it just means you can use it in Scrabble.
Oh. Gee.
This is in the dictionary. A non-apology, a statement that takes the form of an apology but does not acknowledge responsibility.
Yeah. We hear that a lot. It's really not my
a
fault.
lot of these are all political.
Yoda. Yoda is a person who embodies the characteristics of Yoda. In other words,
love
somebody
that.
who is wise.
Never been called a Yoda.
Yoda.
And the next one I love because it's something Robin does all the time. Yoda is speaking like Yoda. For example, cold I am.
Exactly.
Warm coat I'm getting.
Exactly. Agree I.
All right, here's some from the Merriam-Webster.
Okay.
A carpenter. Somebody who installs carpets.
Okay.
Never
That
heard-
makes sense. Never heard of it, but it makes sense.
Yoga size.
Carpet installer to carpenter. Okay.
Yeah, carpet installer has become carpenter. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yoga size is exercising with yoga.
Well, why did it? No, it's just yoga.
I'm just telling you.
Yoga is a verb.
It's a new
It's
word.
A verb and a noun.
Yeah,
All right.
they added
Well,
size.
yoga
It's
size is a
goofy.
noun, it says here. Okay.
That's goofy.
Spandexual is looking sexy while wearing spandex.
I'm not going to touch that.
Brexit.
Literally. and
Brexit is the departure of Great Britain from the European Union. Brexit.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Beard-tastic. Having a perfect facial hair. Having perfect facial hair. Beard-tastic.
There you go.
Here's another sports one. You ready?
Yep.
A hyzer, Hyzer, is a noun. It's a throw in disc golf in which the release angle of the thrown disc is such that the edge of the disc farthest from the thrower is lower than the near edge. What? You just threw a hyzer.
Wow. Wow, that must be, it takes some talent to do that, probably. Those golf discs are heavy. They're fun. They're heavy.
All right, let me see if I can squeeze in one more.
I threw a hyzer.
A threequel. That's the third part of a sequel.
Oh.
Of a trilogy, I mean.
So it's not trilogy, it's a threequel now.
A rap head is a person who can decipher the meaning behind the lyrics of a rap song.
There you go. I need one of those.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
You have to be of a certain age to do that.
I think
there comes to a point in the time and when you're like, I don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah, if you're 13, you got it nailed.
Yeah.
A papyrophile, a person who has a love for paper. A papyrophile.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like papyrus, a papyroll.
A neophile is somebody who likes everything new. A neophile.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Better than being a neophyte, I guess.
And this one, I like this one because I saw a meme. By the way, there's a word for memes too. Where was the meme word? Oh, a meme.
Isn't that what it is? It's a meme.
Memeable. Meme was in the dictionary last year. Memeable is an adjective. It means easily made into a meme. So if you have a photograph that can be made into a meme, it's memeable.
Oh.
My son uses that term all the time.
Memeable? Okay.
Memeable.
Yeah.
And
he loves memes. He loves memes.
And here's the new word that I had never heard of before. It's an adjective. It's Noice, pronounced noise, which means very nice or extremely good.
Ooh,
noise.
She's noise.
That's noise. It's almost like a British pronunciation of nice, right?
Yes, it is.
Noise.
Noise.
You
Okay.
got to emphasize the N.
Right.
Noise.
So I saw a meme of a soda machine, a fountain, and the ice machine wasn't working, and somebody put no ice, and it looked like
Noise.
it looked like noise. It looked like they really liked the ice, the soda machine. So
Oh, that is funny.
I am not making that up. That's what I saw. That's what got the whole thing started.
Oh, that is too funny. I love these new words.
All right, so those are some new
Except
words.
America. They can throw that away.
Yeah.
Everybody else I like.
I don't think it is. All right, again, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is actually at Cadillac Sullivan Cadillac today.
All right.
Ooh, on 200 West.
All right. We don't want a car dealership on that corner, do we?
No.
Yeah.
Don't want that.
See, Robin was quick to say no to
Racetrack.
that.
Yeah, but I want a gas station.
Robin wants a gas station.
How do you want to get? Oh man, that's such a bad idea. Okay.
Racetrack.
I think you're outnumbered, Rob. So
I know. So I'm going to have to go with the majority. So I hope something good goes
So
there.
my guess is it'll stay the same for the next 20 years.
Yeah, looking awful.
Nothing's going to be
That's
there.
always an option.
All right, I like it though because I can park there whenever we go down to that part of the city.
Yeah,
It's easy to park there.
it is.
All right,
And walked up that giant hill.
Yeah, it's good exercise. People go to the gym to pay for walking up inclines like that. Pay money to do that on treadmills. You could do that without paying money and walking up the hill.
As long as you got the right shoes on.
That's
right. Galen, we got to run. Thank you so much for what you do.
All right, be good.
All right, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Areas of fog for a while Wednesday morning, then some sunshine the rest of the day and warm, high 78 to 82. Partly to mostly cloudy Wednesday night, low 58 to 63. Thursday, clouds and some intervals of sun. There can be a shower near the coast. A cooler day with a high of 70 to 75. Friday, partly sunny, chance of a shower at the coast. The high 72 to 77. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
I'm Jennifer, the Executive Director of Palm Garden, and I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
I'm Mary Ann, the Director of Clinical Services, and my staff and I will ensure that the needs of all our residents are met.
I'm Sue, the Director of Guest Services, and I will be fluffing pillows for our new guests staying with us over the holidays.
I'm Crystal, also from Palm Garden, and I hope each of you have a blessed Christmas as we celebrate the Savior's birth.
Merry Christmas from Palm Garden!
Experience Christmas at Gaylord Palms, presented by Fujifilm Instax November 18th through January 1st. Enjoy spectacular holiday decor, dining, and entertainment, including ice, with an all-new theme featuring a Charlie Brown Christmas, Cirque Dreams Unwrapped stage show, breakfast with Charlie Brown and friends, Alpine Rush snow tubing, and much more. It's everything Christmas in one extraordinary place. Tickets and overnight packages, including priority extra cool hour admission to ice, are on sale now at Christmas@GaylordPalms.com.
Christmas time is here, and this holiday season, Gaylord Palms puts a brand new twist on a Christmas classic. It's Ice, presented by Pepsi, featuring a Charlie Brown Christmas by Charles Schultz, November 18th through January 1st. See the whole Peanuts gang